Good morning, good morning, good morning. I have no idea where Debbie's at.
I'm
Uh,
here.
where? How come I don't see? Why are you
I'm
down there like
here.
that?
I
Hold
don't
on,
know.
hold on. What the hell is
I'm
going
here.
on?
See, look, I'm here. I made it. I made it.
Hold on, Debbie. I don't know
Mhm.
what's going on.
Hold on. This extra
Okay,
thing.
I need to
Got it?
fix something. Yeah, but this is not right. Here we go.
Seven.
There we go. There we
Got
go.
it?
I have you.
All right. Yay. Hello. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday. I didn't see you. Did you hear me calling you?
Yes, and I picked up right when you hung up because I was trying to get in. You know, Restream be telling you, hold on while we fix everything.
Yeah, it does do that. Oh my God. Good, good morning, good morning, good morning. Snuggle, they are not together, sweetie. They are still not together. I was
Who's
checking
not
on
together?
Marcelino and Brittany off of Love After Lockup. They're not together
Marcelina.
still.
Oh,
He's
really?
in
They
Vegas
broke
and
up?
she's in Lake Harmony, Florida.
Is she still a realtor?
I don't know. I just know they're not together anymore. You know, he was
Wow.
sending dick pics to the woman that they were having a threesome with, so they were getting together without Brittany.
Right. Oh. Look how they let a show break them up.
Good morning, Dorit. Dorit, you hear me? I'm still sick, Dorit. I need you to come take care of me. I didn't get a chance to see Dorit. Um, when I was there, I was getting sick
Mhm.
then. You know, the other
Mhm.
Heidi was sick. Dorit's her immune system is kind of weak right now. So we thought it was best that we didn't get together.
That was a wise decision.
Yep. Good morning,
Oh, why
Ryan.
is it doing this?
Snuggle, Drea,
Okay,
Dorit,
refresh.
Chantel, M. Witt. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah. You're on your thank you, Dorit. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm good. I am good. Well, I was telling Debbie that
Mhm.
um, I have to be back at work, and yes, I'll be back in the office not this week, but the following week. And I have a week to get my shit together, so I'm ready. I'm ready.
That inspired so much confidence.
I know, girl. I know. Well, at least it gives me a chance to at least get to feeling like I don't have any aches and pains. It's just the damn
Mhm.
cough. Just it goes away, then it comes back. And no, I
Mhm.
didn't get the barley yet because I forgot because I was feeling better the next morning when I woke up, so I didn't get it. Hi, Jen.
Mm-mm-mm.
Good morning, sweetie. Hi, Gwen. Good morning. So I feel good. Look, I'm not coughing at night like I was because my ribs are not hurting anymore.
Mm.
So,
Mhm.
Debbie, we have a lot to discuss, don't we?
Sure do.
Where do we want to
Mm-mm-mm.
start? Where do we want to start? Where do we want to start?
You lead and I shall follow.
So, Debbie and I have been, I guess everybody has followed the Carter, um, you know, his, how should we say this? His, damn, his, homegoing. Um,
Oh, President Carter. Yeah, yeah,
yes,
yeah, yeah.
Carter, his homegoing.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I have watched the speeches, I have watched the interactions with all of
Mhm.
these people. But the one that got me is this one.
Mhm.
And this is the one that I'm going to play. Y'all gonna kill me. I know y'all gonna kill me, but this is the one I'm gonna play for you guys. Let me pause this. And I gotta say, fair use, fair use, fair use. Let me put that up here.
Mhm.
Fair use, trigger warning, fair use. Okay. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put that there. Shit, I'm gonna put the whole thing there. So
Mhm. For educational purposes
For
only.
educational purposes only. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Now,
Mhm.
this is the one. I'm watching TikTok, right? And this is the one that got me.
Whether through their personal accomplishments or the lives they touched. But if you measure a life by the VIP guest list at your funeral, then Jimmy Carter was a pimp.
Funeral services fit for a president. Today's funeral service bringing together 5 living presidents.
This
Bill
was funny
Clinton,
as shit.
George W. Bush, Barack Obama, Joe Biden, and Donald Trump. To honor Carter, the longest-lived commander-in-chief.
Wow, that is incredibly rare to have 5 American presidents in the same room together. And even rarer to have Donald and Melania in the same room together. Kudos to President Carter. And it seemed pretty uncomfortable that they all had to sit next to Donald Trump. Just think about the history there. Trump tried to put her in prison, accused him of murder, said he was the secret Muslim founder of ISIS, said she was pretending to be black, ended his entire family dynasty, almost got him murdered, tried to overthrow his presidency, and paid off a porn star behind her back.
That shit was funny. See, Debbie, I told you I found it. Because the arrows you sent me, I was like, wait a minute, what is this? And then, but hold on, let's hear that again. Look. Let's hear that again. Let's go back a little bit. Hold on. Let's go back right there. Okay.
Accused him of murder, said he was the secret Muslim founder of ISIS, said she was pretending to be black, ended his entire family dynasty, almost got him murdered, tried to overthrow his presidency, and paid off a porn star behind her back.
But the snubbing that was
And by the
done
way, basically all of them
at
have
that
said that
service
he's
was
Hitler.
ridiculous.
So yeah, it's a seating chart so awkward that it probably had them asking, is there any extra room in that coffin?
That I didn't find funny.
Although there was one surprising moment of chemistry.
During Carter's funeral, President-elect Trump chatted with former President Barack Obama. Of course, we don't know what they discussed, but the interaction seemed friendly, with both presidents talking and occasionally smiling.
Ooh. Someone's trying to make Elon jealous. It's a little weird for Obama, though, right? To go from this guy is future Hitler to, oh man, cool story, future Hitler. And by the way, Kamala noticed.
This shit was funny. Girl, I watched it. I said, this was like when Michelle, when they went to the funeral for Mandela, and Obama was sitting next to the woman, they were taking selfies. When he went up to give his speech, when he came back, he was sitting on the opposite side because Michelle wasn't having it. Debbie, what are you doing?
I'm putting in my thoughts in the chat because I saw something that kind of was I didn't like.
Okay, well, say what you didn't like.
This man is dead.
Yes.
He served our country both in the military and in government.
Yes, he did.
He did things that most of us don't have the capacity to do.
Yep.
And after he left the White House, he became the man that he always wanted to be. He went to Sunday school and taught Sunday school every Sunday. He gave back to people who had less than him. He lived a humble life.
And he gave $3 million to a charity. So yes, I didn't like the thing about the coffin thing at all.
But Habitat for Humanity, going to Africa and trying to eradicate like diseases that us here in first world America take for granted.
Yes, he did.
Like, come on now. Y'all can't have just a little bit of respect for a decent man, or do y'all not know what decent is anymore?
They don't. But that part, when I saw that about the Trumps and when the Bushes arrived, they were going to be scrutinizing that whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the commentary wasn't great at all on a lot of this. But that part, when they were drawing the arrows, I found that funny because he did all of that, and he wonders why everybody snubbed them. I felt bad for
Oh,
Melania.
I'm not even talking about the video that you're showing you, because like
I know.
I sent this to you on a different platform, and I thought this was funny because this was a
Yeah.
comedy show,
Yeah, but it was a
you
comedy
know?
show. But when she said,
Yeah.
"Is there room in that coffin?" I took offense to that one. Even again this morning, I didn't find that part funny.
Uh, in
I didn't find
comparison to
that part
what's being
funny.
said, in comparison to what's being said, you know, the man is dead now. He's
And
done
resting.
more in like a decade than I will ever do in my lifetime.
Yep. So let me finish this out.
Hmm.
Kamala did the look that I do when someone behind me at the movie theater is talking. I didn't pay $20 to hear you sing Defying Gravity. Also, this is Conclave. Why are you singing Defying Gravity? She did not seem happy to be sitting that close to Donald Trump. She basically spent the rest of the day flipping through that funeral program like she was going to find 44 electoral votes in it.
Girl, that shit right there. I was like, okay, that's enough. They said she was flipping like she was gonna find those electoral votes. I was done. I was done. I was done. But the way they pointed out everything that happened between all of them, I was done. I said, yep, he did. Yes, he did. And but when I was surprised when George Bush got there and he poked Obama, never even spoke to Trump, walked right past him like he didn't see him. That
Well, look,
you can't even be
George.
cordial.
Well, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. George Bush has always been very casual, because you saw how he greeted Obama with that
Yep.
little like tap on his belly, and Obama tapped him on his back. They have a closer relationship. Um, I do believe that all of them were together back in the cloakroom, like how I was telling you about with Melania and her coat. She could have left that back in the cloakroom where all of the presidents assembled to be ushered out. Um, I think what we didn't see is that when he came in, he ain't say nothing. Okay, Laura had to remind him to speak to everybody around him. Okay, that's par for the course with their relationship. But after the funeral was done, and Joe Biden was
Shyla,
greeting the Carter family and stuff like that, George Bush did lean over and shake Donald Trump's hand. He did.
bye, Jane. Thank you for coming. But that was the joke right there, Drea. They said
Mhm.
on one commentary channel I was watching, what was a news show, they said
Mhm.
that Bush was missing Michelle, so he had to talk to the other black lady there. Girl, I was weak. I was weak.
Lord have mercy. He didn't.
Michelle,
He didn't miss Michelle. I bet you he had a pocket full of candy for her. Oh my god.
but
And Laura was like, why I gotta deal with him by myself today?"
I wanted to find the one where they walked in at, and I had it, but I have the interment. If you guys didn't see it at the grave site, I mean, I broke down in tears. I really broke down in tears. When his former pastor spoke, because
Mhm.
when they said he was going back to Plains, and it's a private ceremony for family and friends.
Mhm.
When they did Bushes, you couldn't go in, but when they came out, they let you follow him so far through the gardens where he was going to be interred at, and then the cameras had to stop. Well,
Mhm.
I was getting ready to turn it and look at something else, and all of a sudden the cameras popped on in the church. Oh my God.
Mm.
That speech that minister gave was touching. He's no longer he's no longer the minister at that church, but he was
Mhm.
Jimmy Carter's personal um
Like
minister,
spiritual
his
advisor or
spiritual
something?
advisor. And the
Mhm.
speech that he gave for President
Mhm.
Carter
Aw.
was so touching. The speech his son gave about how his dad, how he failed sixth grade, was it sixth grade or eighth grade? And because he failed Latin. And then his
Mhm.
dad was going to work at the Carter Manufacturing and asked him where was his Latin book.
Mhm.
He said they were on Christmas break. He said his dad would take this book to work every day, and every night he would come home and he would teach him Latin. When they came back from Christmas break, um, he asked the teacher, could he take his midterm test again? And the teacher said yes.
Aw.
And he passed it with 100. The speech his grandson gave about how Jimmy Carter called him accidentally and said, what you doing? He goes, you called me. He goes, I didn't call you. I'm taking a picture. Girl, I was done. But
Aw,
just
poor Papa.
yeah, and then the speech that Stephen Ford gave, yeah, Stephen Ford gave
Mhm.
that his dad had written. All of these speeches about this man. I have never watched a presidential funeral the way I've watched this funeral.
But here's the thing, though. We got to remember back that Ford and Carter were opponents.
Yep, yep.
Carter won the White House away from Ford.
And they
And
they remain close friends.
right. And it's because of that, them running against each other, that bonded them. And one of the people who were talking was like, there was this trip out to the Middle East and do something. On the way there was animosity, but on the way back, when they started talking about their families, their
Yep,
hobbies, everything about them as men, they bonded and became friends. And then a few years later, Carter asked Ford to
hi
write
Wyatt.
his what is it? It's not obituary,
His
it's
eulogy.
his eulogy. And then Ford was like, well, if you're doing that, I'm going to ask you to write mine.
Yep.
And then let's see who shows up to read it.
And that was the funny part when Steven said,
Yes.
you know, they chuckled about it because they
Yeah.
he said because you know he graciously he jumped and agreed. I'm like, wait a minute, and everybody had a chuckle about it. But the
Yeah.
fact that his dad wrote
Hmm.
it and put it in an envelope, and
Hmm.
they asked him to read it, showed what
Hmm.
kind of friendship those people had.
Yep. And it was the whole families. Like the wives were friends, the kids and
What are
all of
you
that.
talking about? Michael, whoever your name is, don't come in here with that shit. I don't care, but no mob tube shit. Don't bring that over here. All right, go
What?
ahead.
I don't. I've been wondering what that was, and
I don't know. I
I
just
thought it
saw
was
it.
one of your crime stories.
No,
Interesting. Okay.
no. Don't bring that over here. Good morning, Christoph fan. Good morning. Don't bring that over here. I don't know what's going on in mob tube, and I don't care. The only show I watch, I go to MREs when he's talking about history, and I mean angels. All that other shit, I don't care about. Don't pay attention. Don't watch. And if Josie goes live, I watch Josie. Oh, you deleted it? Well, shit, it just
Yeah,
popped up for
Dre.
me. I
Yeah,
didn't.
Dre has been
I'm
deleting
sorry,
them right
Dre.
away. Yeah, no,
I'm
she's been
sorry.
deleting them because I
Yeah,
was wondering what they were.
yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Cause see, it just shows me. Oh, now it
Hmm.
says message deleted. I think I blocked him. I don't
Um,
see.
yeah,
I
it's
don't know what
still.
all this shit is. Don't put that in my chat. Don't bring that over here.
Mhm.
Don't bring that over here. I don't know nothing about it, and I don't care. Any mob tube related stuff, I don't delete it. Get it out of my chat. Better than that, just don't delete it. Block it. Don't bring that over here because I don't care. I don't. I'm sorry, Debbie. Go ahead.
No, I was done. I don't know. Oh, Snuggle Bunny, he lived his life with so much humility and honor. Every single one of those politicians that was at his funeral should take from his playbook. Yeah,
Yes, they
yeah.
should. And and then they had to break down the cost. And that
Hmm.
included all the transportation and everything. They said it was around $1 million. Oh well, every president has the thing that they put into effect, how do they want their services to be? Everything Jimmy Carter asked for is what he deserved every bit of it. Um,
But if it wasn't for Jimmy Carter, we wouldn't have a well established role for the vice president. Because before Jimmy Carter, the vice president used to sit in the office across the street in the old executive building. Like he brought Mondale over
yep,
and made him a part of the decision making, which had never been done before. So that's why I said when you voting for a president, you just voting for the top of the ticket, which in effect is the president. The vice presidential role was fully defined by Jimmy Carter and Mondale, and
yep,
it has been that way ever since. He made room in the West Wing for the vice president. He made room for the
yep.
vice
Because he used to
president to
sit in the
come and
old
decide.
executive building, and now the
Yep.
new executive building is right next door. But
Hmm.
he made room for him to have an office at the
Yep.
Oval,
And
at
and
the White
gave
House.
and made him do his job. Made
Yep,
him do a job and not just sit there. And Jimmy Carter, although he's been
exactly,
out of
Shia.
service for so many years, he does not take up a lot of funds as much as
No,
what is
even when
doled
he
out to
traveled.
current presidents.
Yep, they said even when he traveled economy.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
didn't do and then, but what was sad is when the Secret Service officially
Mhm.
resigned from protecting the president. That to me was like, wow, wow.
Yeah, yeah.
And the letter they put out, and the statement they put out, that man had glowing rays, and they were walking along that horse-drawn carriage. They went all the way back with him to Plains, Georgia,
Hmm.
and shit.
I loved it before he came up to like the state capitol in Georgia and all of that. When they took his hearse past the house that he was born in. Oh,
Yes,
that was so sweet. Like
yes.
y'all, I've been crying throughout this whole thing. It's
I
been
was too. I
so
was seriously
touching.
watching, and I would watch. I watched Bush. Well, when the train went by, it went by my job,
Hmm.
and we were all out there. You know,
Hmm.
uh, when Bush died, and then when he got to
Hmm.
Texas A&M, was it Texas A&M? We watch. I was in and out, but this service, I was trying to find love live feed. I mean, not just I'm watching live feed of this service. And then when you saw all the people along the highway, there's only
Hmm.
700 people in Plains, Georgia. When that
Hmm.
motorcade got back there that night for his internment, I watched all these people standing on the highway, all these people in Plains, Georgia, out there, and most of them weren't even residents, to be there for his final trip home.
Okay, Heidi, I just sent you a message. Open up your IG.
Open up my
Um,
IG.
yeah, and look at the messages. And it's something that I just sent you from someone who's in the chat. And she said the first two are funny.
Okay, got it.
Hmm.
Hold on, let me open it. Okay, hold on. Let me stop it.
Hmm.
Okay, that's the one I was looking for. Thank you. That's the one I was looking for. Hold on. Let me share. I'm sorry. That's the
See,
one I
I'm
was.
multitasking.
Yes, you
I'm
are. You're doing a great job this morning, Debbie. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I really do. So, uh, okay, this is the one where they dubbed the
Mhm.
audio between. Okay, here we go.
Oh, yes, I saw
What
that.
up, George? Hey, Laura.
Walk right past him. And
Hey,
then
Mike, what's up?
proceeded to shake everybody else's hands.
Al Gore, my
Mhm.
guy. What up?
He acted like he didn't see me.
Well,
So he's just going to walk by me and not speak? Such a loser.
my name is Bennett, and I ain't in it. That's between you Republicans.
Click on the
What's
next
happening, my guy?
page.
I am. Hold on. Hold on.
No, wait.
I had to stop sharing because I have I
Mhm.
have a message that just came in.
Oh.
Okay, here's the Daily Show.
Mhm.
Hold on. I had a message just came in and I couldn't figure out how to cover it, okay? So
Mhm.
I had to go out and just pull that up.
Mm.
Here we go. So we have that's the same one that I showed you.
Right.
Attempted a coup, fake bitch. I mean fake black. I thought he said fake bitch. Damn.
No, she a
Damn.
real bitch. She a real bitch.
She a real bitch. Tried to put in prison, accused
Mhm.
of murder, and Laura Bush looks good. Barack's sitting there
Yeah.
going, "Why the fuck am I next to this man?" But it is in order. It is in order. Carter was
Yeah.
in office. Then Bush beat him out. Then Barack beat out Bush. Trump came in after Barack did the 8 years.
Mhm.
Then Biden. But Trump
Mhm.
should be. Well, I guess it's in the
No.
right order, isn't it?
The presiding president and vice president always take the first row. Second row is former presidents and spouses. Third row, former
Vice
vice
president.
presidents and
Yes.
spouses. Mhm.
Okay. Yep. That's the way it goes. But
Mhm.
yeah, but the services itself, uh, I'm gonna drop the link
Well,
for the internment so you
mhm.
guys can watch it. Um,
It was real sweet. I
it,
broke down when they
yeah, I
started
broke
handing
down
out all
too.
those flags.
I
Oh
broke
my
down, and let's
God.
get into matter of fact, hold on, shit,
Mhm.
Let- hold on, hold on. Let's just honor Jimmy Carter real quick, okay? And then
Mhm.
we're gonna take a look at these wildfires because they're still
Mhm.
burning. Um,
Oh, here it is.
but if you guys didn't see the church service uh at Maranetta Baptist
Mhm.
Church, his final stop with his former pastor, you guys really, really need
Mhm.
to watch that. But this is the internment. Oh, that one was stuck. I didn't see that till now. You had to shake it twice to get it out of there. Twiddling guns. Rest in peace, President Carter. This was, I'm going to drop the link so you guys can go and watch it. All the flags that they gave out, Debbie and I were talking about that. They gave out so many flags.
I was just crying more and more. Mm-mm.
But that is,
And
I'm
they had
going to
a
stop
female
sharing.
military chaplain there. I thought that was so
Yes,
awesome.
it
His
did.
funeral was so inclusive. So inclusive.
It was.
Oh,
It was. And there is the link to go watch the interment. And then you can find the sermon from his former pastor for his homegoing. And that man's speech, but the history he gave of his relationship with Jimmy
mhm,
Carter is what touched me.
mhm.
100 years old, 100. So that there'll never be another. Let's get into this wildfire situation. I don't know if you guys have
Mhm.
heard that there were people actually out there starting fires. One guy was caught with the torch in his hand. The death toll, I think, is now up to 10. Hi,
Oh,
Wisco. Hi, Zelda.
wow.
Yes, he did live an
Yep.
amazing life, a humble life, a life of servitude. I mean, this man gave back.
Mhm,
He was teaching Sunday school, him and Rosalind.
mhm.
He did homes for, what is it?
Habitat
A
for
Habitat
Humanity.
for
Yeah.
Humanity. Uh, he did everything.
Mhm.
He was selfless, selfless. And they keep calling him the poorest president, but he had the richest heart and the richest character.
They lived within their means. They did not live above their means, and there's nothing wrong
But
with that.
all that money he was getting do you know how much money an ex-president makes?
Yeah.
He
But
didn't.
did he get the pay raises afterwards? Because I don't think he was
Yes.
getting the same as them.
Yes,
He
yep.
was?
Yep, it's across the board. Okay, it's just like with
Mhm.
Kelly. He's a retired NYPD detective. Every time there's an increase, he still gets it.
Oh,
And then he still gets
it's just that
bonuses.
his living expenses that he turns into the government are so much more significantly less than the others. Okay, never mind, because he has a smaller security detail that's been with him for decades. His housing
Yes.
expenses are not that much, like you said. Like his travel
Nope.
expenses, he goes coach. Very
Yep.
simple
And
man.
then yeah, so Christoph, you're right. They were showing a
Yeah.
video of people
Oh,
looting, right?
this is so sweet.
That wasn't the case. People were trying to escape. It's just like when they had that, when they were on the boat ramp or at the
Mhm.
dock, and it made it seem like a bunch of black people just attacked a bunch of white people, which wasn't
Mhm.
true. You got to get to the real story. They put out this thing saying it was a whole lot of looting going on. People were trying to get their belongings and leave.
I find
I can't stand the
a lot of
news. I can't stand fake
a lot
news.
of misinformation is being spread about this, and to what detriment? Think about it.
But you know what? The speech. Debbie and I were talking about the
Mhm.
speech that Biden gave. Debbie, what did you think about the
That's
speech?
one that I missed. I have
Oh, you didn't see
no,
Biden's
because I have to
speech.
watch the whole thing in its entirety this weekend. I saw
Biden spoke about
and his
greed and how
character.
and
I think
how
it was his character.
yeah, and
Mhm.
character and not using things for power and girl, when he was speaking, he looked directly at Trump. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And then there's a picture that was put out in this
Mhm.
article, and they cut Trump completely out. Thank you so much, White. I appreciate that. Thank
And thank
you.
you to Scotland
Um,
before. She gave earlier.
oh,
Mhm.
Scotland, I'm sorry, I didn't
Mhm.
see. Hold on.
I had it up.
Debbie,
I
you got
had
it.
it up.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Thank you, Scotland. I'm sorry, I didn't
Mhm.
see it. Thank
Um,
you.
but I think I know which picture you're talking
Thank
about,
you.
but I think they took it in two frames because I saw the other side of it where he was in it.
Yep, they took it in
Mm-hmm.
2 frames, but they cut up because he was sitting like right behind that big pillar,
Mm-hmm.
and you can see his leg, but you don't see him or Melania.
Now they blaming women for the fires
I
being
said they
started
did
by the
that shit
departments
on
basically
purpose,
run by all
and I
women.
know he probably had a fit about it. But then they interviewed Trump on, I forgot the name of the show, and he was saying that him and Obama were really having a good conversation, but he don't remember what the conversation was about. What? You just spoke to the man,
Who said that?
Trump. He was on it was some show that was showing him a clip. He goes, "Yeah, it looked like we were having a good conversation." He goes, "And it probably was really good. I just don't remember what it was
That's a
about."
first. Because as soon as he finished
Yeah, but
speaking with Prince William in France, he came out and said that the king was at death's door. So
who said the king was at death's
Trump,
door? So he got that from Prince William. I
it
mean, from
that's what
Prince.
he was saying, but
Girl,
I know
stop.
that he didn't say that. And it's
He didn't
just
say
like
that.
basic
He
common
would never
sense,
say
of
that.
course. But Trump got to say something for a soundbite. So I'm surprised he didn't have a soundbite with this.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, so let's look at the fires and see what the lady says. No more fact checking on the social media platforms. It sounds ridiculous. It probably
Oh,
is.
there's fact
Texas
checking,
Granny.
but they
Hi,
y'all to fact check.
Texas Granny. You came from JT's chat
Texas Granny.
into damn Angels chat, right?
Okay.
Hi, Texas Granny. Welcome. Oh my God. No, they're not.
What? Hmm.
Nope. Yeah, they caught him with a Molotov cocktail and a flamethrower. That's the one they caught down the hill from D.L. Hughley's house. They just want to
Hmm.
cause issue. Mari, good morning. And I'm still saying prayers for your son, sweetie. Still saying prayers for your son.
Hmm.
And guys, please keep me in your prayers. Her and her family, especially her daughter-in-law, please.
Hmm.
They are exhausted, I'm sure, but they had firefighters coming in from South Africa, Mexico, Texas. They've got a lot of
And who were the first
firefighters
to show
that
up?
are
The
coming out
Canadian
there.
Fire, Forest Fire Patrol, because they brought in their
Yep.
planes to dump water. Hmm.
Okay, so before we watch this,
Hmm.
Debbie, how do you feel about Trudeau resigning?
I think it's about time. I mean, he's run his course. The Canadians have been disappointed in the way things have been going coming out of COVID. And they're not taking into the account that they had the lowest death rates in this hemisphere.
Yep, they
Um,
did.
but there's for every season, turn. He had 10 years. He hit.
Arizona sent people. Okay.
Oh, that's good. They're experienced with that. Um, um,
Yep, they are.
but his his government was no longer backing him up. So he had to do what he had to do, which was to resign as head of his as head of okay, he's resigned as PM, he's resigned as head of his party, but they didn't dissolve. I think he did that in order so that they wouldn't dissolve parliament and call snap elections. So it's buying time
Yep.
what he's doing so that his party can elect a new leader and then that person would go into the PM position. But it is inevitable. I believe that there will be general elections in Canada before the end of the year. And they will put in the person who's in the opposition, who is very Trumpy. And who knows? We might have a 51st state and Greenland, 52nd. Never know. And let's roll the dice. Throw in the Panama
Yeah,
Canal.
okay. So Michelle is in Canada. She said they blame Trudeau for
Mhm.
everything, but the issue they're complaining about are worldwide and not necessarily his fault. and I can believe that.
But when
But
you're the prime minister or the president or the leader of your country, however you choose,
it's always going to be your
yeah, it's
fault.
always going to be your fault.
It's just like me. Anything happens that goes wrong, I'm supposed to know about it and supply. It always falls back on me. It doesn't matter if it's a purchasing issue. It comes to me, and I'm like, why is that my fault? There's a manager of
Oh, they
purchasing.
work for him.
My team did their job.
Okay, they
Yeah.
work for him. So, Michelle, do you think that he resigned in order to like delay like a snap election? Like to if they dissolve parliament, the elections would have to be called within like what 30 days? So, do you think he was trying to stall that out? Might take her a little bit to answer that.
But I was seeing that Texas Granny was still here. I saw Texas Granny in the chat, and she came over from JT's channel. He has a channel on Roku, and they do like a variety show. And they really came on. They were in Angel's chat the other night, and it was so much fun. And I saw her name. I guess I was behind in chat. So if you watch the replay, Texas Granny, thank you for stopping in and welcome. I couldn't even go to sleep because he had the puppet and everything up there. But then that puppy got spooky. Okay. All right. So let's look at the fires. Let me take this down. Okay. Let's look at the fires.
The flames continues in California. An army of firefighters on the front lines now. Hydrants without water. One reservoir offline for repairs. ABC's Matt Gutman is with firefighters at one station in Pacific Palisades that somehow survived when all the buildings around it were lost.
Tonight on the Palisades fire, the back-breaking round-the-clock race to put out remaining hotspots like these still burning this morning.
We're still seeing homes burst into flames here days after the initial fire passed through. Fire crew just arrived here for the first time.
But swirling around them, controversy about whether Los Angeles officials failed to supply enough water and deploy enough firefighters.
This is Sunset Boulevard, the very heart of Pacific Palisades, and amidst this sea of absolute devastation, there was one building that was left standing. That's Fire Station 69.
Captain Jeff Brown has headed this station for nearly 8 years.
Lots of talk about the water running out, that you were fighting a fire without all the resources necessary.
As all these homes actually do burn down, and a lot of them have their own fire sprinkler systems, that those sprinkler systems become compromised as the house burns down and the water will free flow. And as we see our gauges go down lower and lower, we knew we were getting low on water.
And thousands of simultaneous leaks sapped the town's water supply. But that's not all. Tonight, ABC News has confirmed a nearby 117 million gallon reservoir that feeds Pacific Palisades has been taken offline for repairs well before the fires broke out. But that night, firefighters battling flames over 100 feet tall.
Farm canceled fire policies 2 months before this happened, 2 or 3 months. So they canceled fire insurance, okay?
Because fire season was coming. They do the same thing in Florida when hurricane season is coming.
They do it. So we were talking about all the different fire departments that are going in there. Just like Katrina, when we had all of these power companies, they were sending all these people down to Louisiana. When Houston lost all their power, all these different power companies came in and they were working in sections in different grids. So it's nice, but you know that the reservoir is taken down. They're working on it. Why would you cancel these people fire insurance when they've been paying all this money and now you can't eat? Girl, this is ridiculous. Mel Gibson got on a podcast and said that he thinks it's a conspiracy. You already know Mel Gibson's crazy, okay? I'm gonna find that one for you guys real close.
Which destroyed much of the town in a span of just 6 hours.
If you'd had all the resources and all the water, would it have made a difference here?
I've been on the job for 36 years, and I'm I've never seen weather like that. It was a hurricane force wind with fire involved. It was indescribable.
The LAPD telling me they expect to find additional bodies in the debris here, which is prompting a swirl of controversy over whether lives could have been saved here. And that's one reason the Governor Gavin Newsom is demanding an independent investigation into those water issues, calling them deeply disturbing. Matt Gutman, ABC News, Pacific Palisades, California.
All right, let me show you Mel Gibson's interview. Let me stop this. Share this tab instead. This is Mel Gibson's interview.
Joining us now, actor and Academy Award-winning director Mel Gibson, an old friend, a Malibu resident who tragically just lost his home to the Palisades fire. Mel, I was thinking about you when I saw this fire break out. I think I talked to Raymond. I said, "Is Mel okay? Is his family okay?"
Zelda, I'm sorry. I won't show any more of that. I just want to show Mel's interview. And Scotland, I do feel better. That Z-Pack they gave me, that shit didn't do anything for me at all. Nothing. I've been doing all the turmeric. I did the turmeric with the ginger and the black pepper, and I'm sleeping at night. So it's going away, because before I couldn't even sleep. I was coughing all night long. I wasn't getting any sleep. So now I'm sleeping. So I know I'm doing better. But thank you. Oh, shit. Wrong one. Hold on. Sorry. No, I was playing the wrong. I hit the wrong thing.
Thought of you. He said he thought you were okay. And I'm glad you got out. I'm glad your family is safe. But tell us what it was like to be on Rogan's podcast when I guess you learned that your home had been lost.
Well, I didn't learn it was lost. I knew the neighborhood was on fire, then I was in the path. So I was a little tense while I talked to Joe, but he's a guy that can put you at your ease fairly well. So I was doing okay. And I knew that my family was safe and out of harm's way.
Were you able to get possessions that, of course, are really immaterial when you have your family, but I've been to your house. It was an incredible home.
We
beautiful
don't care.
Home. But were you able to get anything out of your house?
Timestamp.
Not much. A few necessary things. You know, my son I said, just go and grab this and this and this. And he grabbed like 3 things and took off. And then, you know, those are okay. Stuff like passports and a couple of papers and stuff like that. But by and large, everything was just, it looked, when I got there the other day, I went up there yesterday, it looked like Dresden, you know, after Bomber Harris got through with it. Yeah.
Mel,
so nothing left.
For those of us watching this from afar, try to convey to us the feeling of seeing your...
Yeah, well, one always suspects that this might happen, but one thinks that the resources, you know, and the capabilities of the men and women will be on standby, that they'll be able to cope with any situation that comes up. But apparently, some people were asleep on the job, mainly our leaders there. But, you know, that's something they have to live with. And but that's something the community has to live with. It's really sad. I mean, I have many friends that are, you know, looking for a place to put a roof over their heads. And kids, and, you know, they're traumatized.
But here's the thing. It's not just all of these actors and all of these famous people that have lost their homes, okay? They are regular people. Okay? The lands are being, they're not going to be able to rebuild there for quite some time. But they're only focusing on these people that are, you know, famous. What about all these people that were trying? This woman was driving through a tunnel. She was driving through that tunnel to get away from the flames, and you can see all the embers shooting around her with her and her kids. She's not rich. Hi, Party Rock. That's the only thing they're worried about is these rich people.
And that's the media.
Yeah, but you have families that have worked hard to build these homes. What about all these apartment complexes that have? Girl, come on now.
Someone should answer for it, but we'll see. I think we know who the culprits are. In fact, my son he's a member of the volunteer fire brigade. He sort of interfaces between LA County Fire and people, and they assist them where they can during, before, and after the blaze. And apparently the residents in Corral Canyon caught an arsonist up there. And the guy was all tooled up with fire gear and equipment and stuff like that and ready to go. And he had been lighting fires. But they corralled the guy in Corral Canyon and gave him to the police. So
yeah, apparently
there are people actively going around looking for these conditions. Yeah.
Yeah, apparently, Mel, that individual was never charged. It's a very confusing set of facts because apparently he was reportedly trying to light things on fire, but
they better stop.
It's not the fires, I guess, that they. I mean, it all seems very bizarre. But they have not ruled out that arson could have started the first fire.
Yep, they said
they're obviously still investigating this, and at the same time, Mel, there are numerous complaints, as you alluded to, that the fire hydrants did not have water or water pressure, and the LA fire chief herself reacted. Watch this.
My stance on this is when a firefighter comes up to a hydrant, we expect there's going to be water. We don't control the water supply.
Exactly.
Our firefighters are there to protect lives and property and to make sure that we're properly trained and equipped. That's my position on this. So if there's no water, I don't know how the water gets to the hydrants.
What?
Mel,
wait a minute.
Reaction to
Did
that.
she say she doesn't know how the water get to the hydrants?
That's the most ignorant thing that I've ever heard. And it's not an issue of not having water. Oh my God. I'm done. I have nothing more to say. I will wait until when the reports are issued. Yeah.
Debbie, did she just say
she does not know how the water gets there? Yeah.
Yeah. Woman, you are a fire chief. I would think you would know how this works.
And in all honesty, I get what she's saying.
Is that your son's chief? Hold on. Mari, is that your son's chief? Because I want to know, why doesn't she know?
No, I get what she's saying. It's in the heat of the moment. She's probably pissed off at having to answer the questions that don't pertain to her. It is not her responsibility to ensure that water is in the pipes. I get it.
Well, I get that part. If she would have said it that way, if she would have said it that way, that would be different.
Yeah, she shouldn't have said it like that.
Okay, so Mari's son is a firefighter there. She said water was cut off in some places from different sources. Got it. Okay, so that is her son's fire chief. Thank you. Okay, let's go.
Well, I know they were messing with the water.
How do you know that? Are you in the water department?
Reserves go for one reason or another. They've been doing that a while.
Oh my God.
California has a lot of problems that sort of baffle the mind as far as why they do things. And then in the events like this, you sort of look, well, is it on purpose? Which it's an insane thing to think.
He's thinking that that the state of California played with the water. They cut it off on purpose, is what he's saying.
But one begins to ponder whether or not there is a purpose in mind. What could it be? I don't know. Do they want the state empty? I don't know.
Well, Mel, there's already talk, and we played a couple of sound bites of reimagining the way rebuilding occurs. And obviously there's a great need for high-density housing in California and across the country.
Excuse me, Japan has a lot of earthquakes. They build and shake and sway. They don't come down. Now, the tsunamis will take their ass out, but an earthquake won't. We need to look at how we're building, the cheap materials we're using, and what are we doing to protect all these houses that are up on this hill with all these 80-foot flames shooting up.
Heidi,
yes.
Heidi, you can't do that unless you have regulations. And we all about deregulated now. So
you're right.
Stop wondering about that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm putting myself back on mute.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't be using my common sense. Let's keep going.
Big push by the climate folks, and you're already hearing rumblings of that. In this case, goodbye single-family homes, hello high-density housing.
Yeah. It's pretty scary, and it'll take decades to do that too. It's like even if it if it's a good idea, which I don't know if it is.
We don't even know what she said.
Nope.
Reminds me of the old cattle barons clearing people off the land, But I don't know. I can make all kinds of horrible theories up in my head, conspiracy theories and everything else. But
that's what you were doing.
Really?
I remember we were going to the winery. This is like 8 years ago, and we were driving through Calabasas and all of this stuff. And I remember seeing all of the burnt stuff that had happened, like from the fires that and I was thinking, we're going down these winding roads and in these mountains. I said, if something happens, we won't be able to get the fuck out of here. And it was me, my sister, my sister-in-law, a couple of my sister friends. We have flew there right after Mardi Gras for my birthday. We went on our wine trip. And I'm like, we won't be able to get out of here. And when you're going through California, even Rosemead and Long Beach, you'll see along the freeways, all the burn and stuff like that. I'm just, I see that. But it's the news. I hate how the news is twisting this around. They are not there fighting these fires. And then Mari said, my son said they cut some water because the pipes busted, and it would cause floods, which would be another tragedy. Building will get shabbier now with the deregulations. Exactly. I mean, if you've never been there, if you've never seen this, you're thinking, and I put myself in these places like this woman's husband that almost had to jump in the ocean because he went back to his home, to try to save his wife didn't even know where he was. Again, another actor. Okay. Not regular little people that are not little, but regular people that are going through this.
Yeah. It just seemed a little convenient that there was no water.
No, I just wanted Mel Gibson.
And that the wind conditions were right, and that there are people ready and willing and able to start fires. And are they commissioned to do so, or are they just acting on their own volition?
So somebody is commissioning people to start these fires. Debbie, did you hear that?
I try not to.
Okay.
Seem pretty well equipped, some of these people that they're catching.
A lot of questions. A lot of questions, Mel. Mel, a message tonight.
I'll sift through the remains of my place and see if I can find any clues for you.
Mel, any message from you to Governor Newsom or Karen Bass tonight?
Listen to this.
Spend less on hair gel. That's it.
Yeah.
What can I say to them?
So we're talking
supposed to be Catholic.
Yeah, we're talking about a drunk. I'm sorry. He's now out of rehab. Okay. We're talking about a drunk who destroyed property while he was drunk, got arrested several times, but now you're going to tell the governor to spend less on hair gel, like it's the governor's fault now? Daddy, are you okay? Daddy, I was watching those videos when I was driving to meet you, and I'm like, all of that stuff is gone, but are you okay, Daddy? The drone started it?
The drones.
Oh my God. Let's finish listening to this asshole.
Not big admirer of either, but there you go.
Now, Mel, I know multiple shows and films have been put on hold. Everyone's livelihood has been put on hold, been involved in these fires, affected by the fires.
Everyone.
And I know you have a film, Flight Risk, that's coming out in just 2 weeks.
So he's on here to promote his film.
Thank you. Hacksaw Ridge, which we love. The Ingram family loved Hacksaw Ridge. So what can we expect with the industry going through change.
I don't really care
you
about
could
the
get from making film here. So, you know, production goes on in the various
what
places
about the
that it
cameraman,
does.
the grip,
And
the audio
I think
guy? Like,
for
what
the
about
industry,
the catering crew?
That's
these
what I'm
kinds of
talking about. I'm talking about these people that actually, get paid hourly or salary, or these food trucks. I don't give a shit about him. He's got another house to go to.
Oh my God, there was
He has another home to go to.
Let's see, where is that? I saw a clip this morning from a girl that like shook me to my core. Why
The one
did
that
I?
got me
Oh,
was the one.
this one. Look in your text.
No,
Damn
you
it.
gotta
I
send it
gotta
in
send
here so
it.
I can get it. Yes.
Hold on.
have always been good for the entertainment industry. Not that I'm saying any crisis is good, no, but I think people want, they want to be entertained during those times, and they like escapism and just things for pure entertainment, which is what I was trying to do with Flight Risk anyway. It's just a pure entertainment piece. But
well, we need it. We need pure entertainment. And Mel, you know what else we need?
Snuggle,
you know
me
what else
too.
we need, which I cannot wait to talk to you about at length, is the resurrection.
Exactly.
And I know you've been working on that for quite a long time. But how wonderful it will be for us to have the resurrection.
Okay.
I mean, it's.
Mel had that to say.
I think I told Joe the other day. It's
Okay.
He said, "What's it like?" I said, "It's kind of like an acid trip."
You should know all about acid trip. Let me get. I don't want to hear no more of him. Nothing he has to say. I'm sorry.
I just sent it to your email. Can you pull up your email?
Okay. Yeah. I can't take him.
And it's pertaining to. Okay, so Ingram is sat there talking with a super wealthy man who has multiple homes and is sitting there so calmly while one of his massive homes has just burnt to the ground. Listen to this young lady that Heidi's going to pull up. It's very interesting when you hear about the majority of people, when you hear from the viewpoint of the majority of people who are being impacted by these fires.
Okay. California first. I wanna download it, and then I'm going to. I'm sorry, I need to download it because you sent it to my email. I wanted you to drop it in the chat, woman.
I couldn't.
I wanted you to drop it in our messages. Hold on, I have it.
Right.
I have it. I got
it.
I have it. Let me move it over here. Let me share my screen. Yeah, because I don't like showing my emails. But I did it. I downloaded it. And which one is it? Window. Here we go. Got it. God damn it. Share. Okay, here we go. I want to play it. How come it's not playing?
I don't know.
It's not playing.
Let's see, hold on. Let me see if I can get this. Hold on.
Yeah, Debbie's not playing. Okay, once Debbie get it together, we'll do it. But this whole shit with Mel Gibson and all of his conspiracy theories and everything else, I watched it last night, and I saw this, and I was so disappointed with the bullshit he was saying. And then for him to say Governor Newsom needs to spend less on hair gel. What does him buying hair gel have to do with all these fires that are still going on in Los Angeles? There doesn't seem to be any end to it. 48 minutes ago, hold on a second. I'm just going to show them. They're still flying. Hold on.
Shit. This.
Look at these flames.
So we are covering, continuing.
These flames.
Palisades fire all the way to the 405 as these winds just continue to push flames towards homes. Welcome to this special edition of the Fox 11 Weekend News. I'm Brooke Thomas.
I'm Bob DeCastro. We are covering, continuing coverage this morning of
only 11% containment.
You got to think about these guys that are flying, these helicopters, and all of these water planes with all these clouds, all that smoke. These guys are taking their lives into their hands. They can't see up there.
I put the link to Twitter in the chat.
Okay, thank you.
Sadly, 5 people have lost their lives, but even sadder, the death toll will likely be higher. 21,596 acres have burned with more than 5,000 homes destroyed. 12,000 structures are threatened. Firefighters are struggling really to hold the line.
Yeah, in fact, new this morning, overnight, new evacuation orders extending far east as Sepulveda and the 405. People in the fire's path are being told to evacuate, and those areas include Brentwood, Bel Air, and parts of
Calabasas. See right here? We were going through wine country, and I was like, if a fire breaks out in here, we won't be able to get the fuck out of here. I told you, I was all, when we go to these wineries, it's always in the canyons.
Sherman Oaks, and Tarzana. VA residents in West LA have now been evacuated, and UCLA students are on high alert, told to be ready to leave.
2 evacuation shelters have opened for the Palisades fire. The first is Stoner Recreation Center. That's on 1835 Stoner Avenue. We have that address on your screen one more time, 1835 Stoner Avenue. The second is at Calvary Community Church in Westlake Village.
Well, as those fire lines spread across ridgetops and valleys, nerves are on edge this morning in the San Fernando Valley.
And more than 100,000 people, get that, 100,000 people are under evacuation orders. And overnight, evacuation orders now cover new areas. Let's go out to Gigi Graciet live in an evacuation zone, a new one in Bel Air with the latest. Gigi.
I gotta get coffee. I can tell you it was an extremely long night, a long and stressful night for the folks of the San Fernando Valley as they watched this. Take a look at the Palisades fire. We've gotten a lot of questions from folks in the valley if this was a new fire. This is the same fire that started on the other side of the hill, on the other side of San Fernando Valley. It is raging right now. You can see that thick gray smoke mixed in with very heavy black smoke. That black smoke indicates it has just hit a fresh pocket of fuel, and there is plenty to burn, plenty of vegetation. The weather is very cold and the wind is not high, which is a saving grace. Now, let's go to the video that we shot for you last night as the fire absolutely raged. This is the view from the San Fernando Valley. This is what residents saw last night as mandatory evacuation orders were issued, and folks in the Encino neighborhood south of Ventura Boulevard rushed to get out of their homes. The hills above Sherman Oaks, Encino, and Tarzana lit up with fire as that Palisades fire made its way to the ridge and began threatening homes on the other side again of Pacific Palisades. The aerial firefight we saw was intense. At one point, LA City Fire and assisting agencies had 10 water-dropping choppers and planes in the air, putting everything they had on this fire to stop it from moving into yet another densely packed residential area. Evacuation orders again were immediately issued, forcing thousands of people from their home. We saw them coming down Havenhurst, down Balboa, getting out of the area. Many of those folks this morning, including friends of ours, are staying in hotels and with family members. Evacuation centers have also been opened in the San Fernando Valley as the fire continues to spread. Now take a look at the Pacific Palisades side of the fire. Mandeville Canyon, the fire there also continuing to rage. And with only 11% containment this morning, this firefight is far from over. Now, yesterday, the folks who live in the hills in Encino, above, south of Ventura Boulevard, Encino Hills, Havenhurst, all of those streets right there, they had the fire burning right there on the ridge. But I want you to look at these pictures sent to us from Van Nuys. Hold on one second. Take a look at those pictures sent to us from Van Nuys. This had folks 5 and 8 miles away from the actual ridge of the fire, worried that they too would have to evacuate. And a lot of folks in the San Fernando Valley have already been on edge. And one of the reasons is because of all those erroneous evacuation alerts they received. And yesterday, when they saw what we're looking at in those pictures right now, they worried they were going to have to get out, even though they were at least 8 miles from the ridge of the fire. Let's bring it back here live. Photographer Armando Hernandez giving you a shot of what the fire is doing right now. We have the evacuation orders on our website, foxla.com. Bob and Brooke, of course, will be refreshing you with the areas that are under a mandatory evacuation order. And I'm going to ask photographer Armando Hernandez to follow me over here because I want to show you this strike team through Brentwood, Bel Air, and Encino this morning. Firefighters are stationed for structure and home protection. This strike team is from Utah, Salt Lake City, Woodland Hills, Utah, Moab. If I'm pronouncing that correctly, I hope. Thank you. I went up to all the firefighters, all the individual agencies here, and just thank them on behalf of the folks and the residents of Los Angeles for being here. They've been here all night long, and they're not going anywhere. They'll be relieved a little bit later. And all morning long, we have seen fire agencies from other states. We've got Arizona, we've got Nevada, we've got Utah behind me, all of them here to help us in this major crisis. We're going to have more on weather, but I want to tell you, we're going to go into a weather watch tonight, Saturday night. And there is a lot of concern, of course, about what we're seeing. I'm going to ask Armando just to leave you with this live shot because the smoke is intense and this is visible from throughout the San Fernando Valley. Bob and Brooke, I'm going to send it back to you.
And Gigi, it is wild, the idea that, people are able to see this right from their homes.
Yeah, incredible pictures to look at this morning, Gigi, Armando.
Firefighters and cops that put their lives on the line every day to save people.
Play the link I sent you.
Huh?
Play the link I sent you in the private chat.
Okay.
And yeah, especially when you figure the winds were dying down yesterday, and we were going to turn a corner here. So very jarring to see this morning. And of course, Maria will be telling us a little bit more about the winds and the situation because we do expect those winds to pick up sometime tonight. Gigi, thank you.
Let's stay on this fire here, though, and bring in Stu Mundell and Sky Fox over the Palisades fire. Stu.
Yes, Canada is there as well.
Hey, Brooke and Bobby, good morning. Let's take a look at what that fire is doing right now. It has been pretty dramatic, a little bit of a wind change and a big problem for some folks in the Brentwood area. I'm going to give you a little tour of what's going on and the cities and what Gigi was just talking about as well. This is where that fire is headed right now. This is going to be the Brentwood area. That's going to be West Ridge Road that we're seeing right there. I'll bring up the map if you think we should do that, but take a look at all that reinforcement down there. Those are all firefighters. That's all going to be, they've just moved all those fire trucks into this area right there because they need structure protection because those flames are definitely heading this way. That smoke you're seeing bellowing over there, that is new and fresh smoke that wasn't there just moments ago. Look at those flames. That is not a camera trick. They are right there. That is encroaching on those homes in the Brentwood area. As we get a little bit wider, I can show you some of that stuff that Gigi was talking about just moments ago. They were talking about the west, the Mountain Gate area. That's right here. Right now, that is not a part of the problem for the fire. That fire is definitely moving basically straight into the Brentwood area. They were also talking about those evacuations areas over here in the Encino area. Take a look at that. Those flames that were on those ridge lines overnight, very spectacular to see. Right now, the wind's kind of just laying flat right there, and that's a good and a bad type of thing. Because all that fuel that's in that area now gone. So that fire basically kind of pushing back on itself, but there was a big push of fire or fuel right here by the Brentwood area. Those flames getting very, very close. We're listening on the scanner as well. I'm sure Gigi's got some information down there too. I don't know if they're even going to let her up into this area, but right now, this area right here, West Ridge Drive, and also the Cordelia Road, that's the area that they are really concerned about. They're moving their all their not all their people up there, but they are definitely moving fire trucks, structure protection in place, and the wind's definitely much lighter. This is not the type of situation we had a couple of days ago, but still, any kind of wind and those flames that close to those homes, firefighters are going to have work to do for sure. Sending it back to y'all in the studio.
Firefighters and those air assets, Stu, did an incredible job there when you're talking about slowing the progress of the fire towards the valley, right? And what have you seen in terms of those air attacks this morning?
Oh, this morning the air attacks were up for sure. We saw so much of it going on, and they were hitting it hard at this ridge line right here. Now, I can tell you, producer Christian has friends and family that live up in that area, and we were texting back and forth, and I kind of told him, I said I really wouldn't worry about it, but they wound up going under mandatory evacuations. Those flames got very, very close to the Encino area. That's what I'm showing you right there. So this is going to be the valley side of it. Let's bring up the map so you guys can kind of see some of those street names out there. So that's going to be the Encino Reservoir. So that's kind of a big landmark if you're if you know this area. But they were talking about off of White Oak Boulevard, end of White Oak Boulevard. So that's going to be way out off in the distance. But yeah, they were concerned because of the winds changing, and the flames getting very close to that ridge line right there. But this morning, just in the couple of hours that Skyfox has been up, we've been up since about 4 o'clock this morning. And, you know, the difference is that winds really did change as soon as that sun came up. And you can see that those flames making their way over towards that Brentwood area. That is my concern right now, because take a look at that. That smoke definitely covering that area right now, those homes right there. Immediate danger with all those assets. I hope they can get this under control. There's also some brush clearance out here as well. But, you know, we watched it. We watched it all week long. A little bit of wind, a couple of embers. They might start having some problems out there, but boy, I tell you, they're ready for it this time.
How frightening would that be if it entered the Mandeville Canyon area? Firefighters doing a great job there overnight, but still very startling to see.
Absolutely, my goodness. All right, Stu, thank you.
Let's go over to Maria with a look at the forecast. Yesterday, we saw those winds die down, so it was incredible to see them sort of shift and come back and push the flames eastward.
Yeah, right. That's what it looks like right now, and that was 48 minutes ago. 48 minutes ago. That's what that looked like. And I was going back and forth, but when I was watching Jimmy Carter, I just wasn't looking at any of these fires. But I'm just looking at this right here. Look at these. Girl, look at this. It's lighting up the sky. Look at that. Flames. But Mel Gibson says it's a conspiracy. They were doing something with the water, not that the reservoir was being worked on. Okay? Jesus Christ. Girl, they won't be able to build nothing there for a while.
And when they do, who you think's gonna build it?
You know, they were talking about Paris Hilton lost her home. Paris Hilton said something that I never thought she would say, and I forgot. She's a great humanitarian. I forgot about that. She said she lost her home that they've built memories in. She says, but it's just it's a home. She has her family, and her prayers are going out to all the people that are losing everything that they've worked their life for. I was like, you go ahead, Paris. And this is the week that she got that bill passed that she worked on in Congress for all of these schools that were abusing all of these kids. She was the only one that actually didn't think about what she lost, but what everybody was losing. She's safe with her family. And she just wish everybody, you know, she was really, I was like, oh shit, Paris, you have grown up. She has grown up. Oh yeah, he'll be rebuilt because I understand that I forgot the one that was married that was on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Bella and their mother, Yolanda with the see-through fridge. Oh, I sent that to Jamal, and I said, "Oh my God, the fridge is gone."
Yep, and Boz lost her. What's her name? Bose.
Bose. She lost her home as well.
She lost her home. And I was thinking about Garcelle. I said, well, she's got that beach house, but look at all those houses that's right on.
Her main home is in a area that's impacted. Her main home.
And then the guy that won, was it 297 million is what, because he won billion, but he opted to get it up front. So he got 297 million, or was it 400, whatever it was. He lost one of his homes that was right on the ocean.
Oh, wow.
$3.8 million home, which is 4 of them.
Oh.
Pablo Vaz, whatever his name is. But I'm thinking about all these people, and then the videos that they had out about all of these homes, talking about people were looting. People weren't looting. They were trying to get their shit and get out of there and get out of there. But that's what they're putting out there. Oh, they're looting. They're looting. They're looting. That's not what was happening.
I put in the link, Heidi. That'll help explain what you're talking about.
Okay, got it. Hold on. Let me share my screen. Hold on. Let me share my screen. It's devastation. And I'm not thinking about all these people in Hollywood. Not saying they have money to rebuild. Not saying that. I'm talking about these people without anything, nothing, and worked all their lives to buy a home, whether it's big or small. These people have lost everything. Everything. Here we go.
Affecting rich white people. I've been seeing a lot on social media about how the fires here in LA are mainly destroying rich celebrity homes. And I am here to tell you that that is so incredibly inaccurate.
Thank you.
I realize if you don't live here in California or LA, your perception of LA is completely screwed up by what you see on TV and the movies. There's a lot of regular folks that live here, and there's a lot of folks that live below the poverty line here in LA. There are 8 wildfires actively burning here in LA County. One of them, the Eaton Fire in Altadena, has completely burned California's first middle-class Black neighborhood.
Yep.
Not rich folks, not celebrities. These are mainly 3rd and 4th generation Black family homes. Altadena was one of the first suburbs in LA that Black people could buy houses in. The people that lived in these neighborhoods were the first people in their families to buy a house. These are hardworking, middle-class Black folks, Black families, multi-generational families living in these homes. As of today,
that's what I was, thank you. That's what I was just talking about. And I didn't even see your video, girl. Thank you.
These neighborhoods do not exist. It's not there anymore.
Nope.
These homes have been completely wiped out. Businesses, grocery stores, banks, low-income apartment buildings, rent-controlled apartment buildings, gone. The entire neighborhood has been burned to the ground. I am 6 months pregnant. My nerves are out of this world. I've been shaking. My chin is breaking out. I'm in the valley, currently in the center of several fires around me. I just got word that there is a new fire very, very close to me, waiting for my husband to get home so that we can leave our house and evacuate. We're not rich. We're not celebrities. No one is immune to the fires that are happening in LA right now.
Thank you. That's exactly what I was talking about. Thank you, Debbie. That's exactly what I was talking about. You know, I heard Jamie Lee Curtis, you know, when she was talking about her home, and she was on a plane and she was coming in, and, you know, I saw, what's her name? Damn.
How many of these stars are doing interviews about losing their home besides Mel Gibson? How many of them?
She, Paris Hilton, there was she was on ET. I'm not going to play that one, but there's there's another one that just 100,000 residents are under evacuation orders.
Is this a real evacuation order? Because earlier someone was saying that they were sending fake ones.
Just popped up. Yep. So anyway, these fires are not just about the rich. And then I don't know if it was AI or not, but the Hollywood sign was on fire. I'm like, okay, haven't seen that. So that's AI generated. Yep, she don't. What's her name? The one that just I saw Jennifer Gardner. She
Oh,
was on the
Melissa
news. She was
Rivers?
crying because she thinks her neighbor or one of her friends probably perished in a fire because they can't get a hold of them.
Oh, wow. But
Yep,
I thought the cell service was down.
that's what she's talking about. They can't get a hold of them. No one's seen them.
Okay.
Yep, that
No
was.
more
Thank
fire
you. That was
starting.
just. Yep, that was just some. It just popped up 10 minutes ago. So, I looked at Paris, I look at Jamie Lee Curtis, you know, James Wood. Yeah, I'm glad he was worried about his neighbor.
Holy
I want to go
cow,
look
Melissa
what?
lost everything. Oh, wow.
Yep,
Melissa
she did.
Rivers.
Yep, she lost everything. So it's not just about these rich
Shit.
people. Everybody is in the line. Uh Tragedy, natural disasters have no address. They just go. They just go. It's
Mm-hmm.
amazing how when Katrina happened in New Orleans, the French Quarter didn't get flooded. And that's some shit. And it's at the lowest elevation. And then you have, I forgot, what's her name that did the GoFundMe? The actress, what's her name? She just put up a GoFundMe.
Go
What's
funny.
this actress name? Hold on. And she just got backlash. Hold on. Actress that put up a
A good
GoFundMe.
actress?
Mandy Moore. Mandy Moore.
Mandy Moore put up a GoFundMe. Wasn't she on that
Yep,
TV
she put
show
up
that
a
everybody was
GoFundMe for her
watching and
family
everybody
members.
crying? Oh, her family
Don't
members.
matter.
Okay.
Don't matter.
Oh, that reminds
No, it
me.
wasn't Paris. It's Mandy Moore. Mandy Moore. Now I want to know about all of these Hollywood
I
actors
would
and all of
love it
these
if
people
Paris would do
with
that.
all of this money. I can guarantee you who's going to be donating: Samuel L. Jackson, Denzel Washington. Can't stand D.L. Hughley, but he will too. Samuel L. Jackson donates a lot of money. So does Denzel. Yes, Paris lost everything.
What Tom Cruise saying? Is Tom Cruise
Oh,
gonna
girl,
donate?
the more Scientology is not going to let him do that. I guarantee you, John Travolta
Oh
will.
yeah.
Hi, Aesops. Good morning.
Yeah, it's the post
But
production.
anyway, there was one more thing I wanted to show you guys. I'm just devastated by seeing all of these people. And, they were showing the aftermath of Malibu. And it's like it was never there. You know what I mean? It's like it was never there. So this happened in, um, so I don't know if you guys remember, um, well, no, I didn't bring it to your attention because I was actually away, but I was following this story. This happened in Seattle, and four people were found dead, and now they're revealing the cause of death. Um, oh, Snoop Dogg gave away clothes. Okay.
In the New Year's Eve quadruple death investigation in Puyallup.
Deputies conducted two other
Seattle,
welfare checks at
Washington.
the Pierce County home before discovering 3 Vossler family members and a living girlfriend dead. The crime scene unfolded inside a home on Eastwood Avenue, a neighborhood described as family friendly. Fox 13's Dave Detling joins us from outside the Pierce County Sheriff's Department with more on the investigation and who they say is the accused killer.
Well, investigators believe this was all the work of Shane.
Did she say a living girlfriend dead?
A live-in girlfriend.
A live-in girlfriend. Okay, just checking.
Wolfgang Puck is providing meals for firefighters. They should all be doing something.
Oh, Chef Jose is also, he's got his kitchen charity over there as well. So they've been on the ground.
Good. Everybody should be pitching in. Oh no, Paris started a fundraiser, but this woman, Mandy Moore, started a GoFundMe where she's promoting a GoFundMe for her family.
They there for PR. That's about it.
But okay, let's look at this.
Vossler, who lived with his parents and his girlfriend in that home in Puyallup. They say that Vossler and his girlfriend died from apparent gunshot wounds to the head. We want to warn our viewers, details in this story are disturbing.
2 parents, a son, and the son's living girlfriend. We believe the son killed his parents.
Investigators with the Pierce County Sheriff's Department telling Fox 13
the son killed the parents, killed his girlfriend, killed himself.
Collected enough evidence from the New Year's Eve crime scene on Eastwood Avenue in Puyallup to link 33-year-old Shane Vossler to the death of his dad William and his mother Eileen. According to the medical examiner, both had been stabbed. Detectives say Vossler left behind a note.
There was some writing left behind that helped us with that. It's not incredibly clear, but there's a lot of hints in it that we've been able to follow up on.
According to court documents, both the bodies of Vossler and his live-in girlfriend, Subin Lee, were found during a welfare check by deputies and family members. Deputies say the bodies of William and Eileen were not initially found until a search warrant was executed. Notes on the home's refrigerator led to a gruesome discovery.
The post-it notes seem to indicate the contents of the fridge were for the bodies of the parents. They had some notes about dates and times.
Reports indicate the bodies had been in the home since July. Deputies also found several...
July. Did you hear that? His mother and father had been in the home since July. Debbie, did you hear that? Debbie? Oh, she's muted. Let's look.
Since July, deputies also found several guns. Reports indicate the bodies had been in the home since July. Deputies also found several guns in the house.
It's heartbreaking to know that happened, that can happen, and just that the home sat there for so long without anyone checking on them is just beyond tragic.
Neighbors who learned about the true...
You don't see your neighbors since July. He had them in the freezer. You haven't seen your neighbors since July.
Nature of this crime still in disbelief. As for why no one noticed, investigators say Shane Vossler was good at concealment, had no job, and kept to himself.
In this case, it was a fairly detached family, not a lot of outside interaction with people. It just was kind of falling through the cracks. There was no one to check on them.
We're also learning that Shane's girlfriend posted to social media about the two of them wanting to commit suicide together. That prompted one of the first initial welfare checks. We know the couple was living in the home with those 2 deceased bodies for at least 6 months. Shane going as far as having his father's pickup truck repossessed, so not to raise further suspicion. We're in Pierce County tonight. Dave Detling, Fox 13 News.
They lived
the
in
desperate
the home
battle against
with those bodies. He was cutting the grass like everything was normal. Him and the girlfriend were living in the home. Nobody noticed, Stacy. They said the family was detached. They didn't have any outside. But you know there are older people living there. You don't see them. Wouldn't you be... I don't know, Calypso. I have no idea. They were in the freezer. In the freezer. You would have noticed that putrid smell. He was cutting the grass like everything was good. Daddy's truck got repossessed. No neighbor. You've been living in that home and you don't see them. I wonder if they asked him, how was your family? What was he saying? Have no idea. This shit is crazy. What is my son talking about? Oh my God. You know, I actually think my son is kind of crazy. But anyway. My baby when she was little. Oh. Oh. I'm going to show y'all a picture of Kayla when she was little. She going to kill me. Look at Kayla.
Oh, look at the baby.
Yeah, she would be dressed. Look, she would be dressed. Oh, I never thought about that. I never thought about that. Never thought about that. They were collecting Social Security checks. Girl, these people are crazy. So I'm just oh, look at Justin. My babies. Look at my big girl. Girl, when I cut all that hair when he was like 2, he had a heart attack. Grandma, you should have never cut my hair. That's what he tells me now. I'm like, I cut what the hell I want. But my great granddaughter with her green eyes, she is absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, Debbie, what else do you want to discuss, sweetie? Did you watch the Real House? Well, we can talk about that tomorrow. But that's what's going on in our world right now. Please take the time if you haven't watched the sermon for President Carter from his girl. Her eyes are just gorgeous. My great granddaughters.
Mm.
I'll show you. Her eyes are complete. They are green. She's got her grandfather's eyes. Oh my God. Oh, Chantel. Yep. Like when my neighbor next door, Kayla, came home from school one day and she called me. She says, Grandma, something's going on. I said, what's going on? She was like, I don't know, but the ambulance is here. And then I saw them bring out, but he wasn't. I said, oh my God. I said, I'm on my way home, Kayla. I'm on my way home. I get here and the daughters are next door. I thought it was the, well, I knew it had to be the old man. So when I got here and I stopped by and I said, they said, yeah, he passed away. And so I run to the store for her sometimes when I was, coming in. I would call her and said, hey, you need anything? I'm stopping by the store. She has a home health care person, but they're not there all the time. And when I see her Chewy packages outside, you know, if she's not there, I'll bring them in. And then once I hear her moving around, or if I hear the door slamming, I know she's there. I bring her Chewy packages. But it's oh, no problem. But honestly, Mari, your son is in our prayers. Because I know that is a task that they're doing. And when I saw those planes, those water drop planes that are flying over with all that smoke, I said, these people are taking their lives in their hand every time they go up there. Every single time they go up there, they're taking their lives in their hand. So I'm just like, oh my God. Hold on, Debbie. Go ahead, talk, please.
Okay. I don't really have, well, look, prayers for all the firefighters, first responders, the charitable organizations that are going in and helping rehouse victims of this, provide food, water, clothing, anything that they can for the people who have lost everything. Prayers to all of them. They are both in old age home. Oh wow, Chantel. Listen, when I was taking care of my mom, like my next door neighbors was always looking out for me. Always looking out for me, from ringing my doorbell when Amazon left a delivery and I didn't know, or basically if they saw me out in the hallway, they'd ask for my mom. To the point where during the final days, she said, because I live in a condo unit, and she's just, call me. call my husband. No matter what time of the day, if something goes wrong with your mom, call us. And it's just knowing that you have that support there. It means the world. So, to the families of those who are fighting this fire, I pray for y'all as well. Because y'all probably sitting there for days not knowing where your loved ones are and hoping for the best.
Oh my God. Yes. And Mari, please, when you speak to your son, let him know that we appreciate everything that he's doing, his fire department, everything. I don't even live in California, and my heart is going out to all these people. My cousin is in, I have one cousin that's right outside of Calabasas, one cousin that's in Carson City. I have cousins in Oceanside. I have friends in Long Beach, Rosemead. When I tell you I'm all over California and Los Angeles, I have friends in Temecula, everywhere, everywhere. And I'm sure she is, because we know Bethany is going to be right there. She may be a little loony, but Bethany is there. She went over to Puerto Rico when all that stuff was going on. Oh my God, my son says those green eyes are strong with this one. Uh those green eyes are there. Look, she's got her grandpa's green eyes from grandpa. I mean, it skipped a generation, but she's got them. I know my grandson was pissed. He goes, I look just like my dad. I just don't have the eyes. And those eyes, she's got them. None of his kids have his green eyes, but his granddaughter does. And that's some shit.
Right, but green eyes are recessive. Yep. It's the rarest eye color in the world.
My son's eyes are green, and my eyes are hazel. His dad's eyes are hazel and green, but he's got the green eyes. Marcus' eyes are hazel like mine. Nathan has the brown, but he's been mad for I don't know how long about those eyes. And he goes, that's the only thing I'm missing. And I told him, I said, well, your niece got your daddy's eyes. He was like, get the hell out of here. I said, your niece got your daddy's eyes.
Watch when he have a baby, the baby will have green eyes. Watch when he have a baby, the baby will have green eyes.
Girl, don't say that. I don't need Chris having no babies right now.
I didn't say right now. I said when.
When I talked to my grandson when he called me for Christmas, he was having too much fun in Guam. I said, okay. He was like, yeah. He goes, it's nice over here. I said, yeah. I said, when are you coming back here? He goes, I'll be back there in March. I'm like, okay. And I said, you know what you need to do? He goes, I got you, Grandma. I said, okay. We don't need him having any kids. He's not ready for kids. Not ready. Not ready. He doesn't even want a relationship. He said he wants to get his career going, which is going. And I get it. Do what you travel, do shit. And then when you're ready to settle down, settle down. God is back. But anyway, I'm going to go. Debbie, this is what?
Oh, give for anyone in California who needs help, FEMA assistance has been made available.
Did you send it to me?
Disaster. I think, yeah, it was the last text that I sent you. It's disasterassistance.gov, or you can call 1-800-621-3362.
Okay, could you copy the text you sent to me and drop it in the chat? Because, yeah, you did send me that. Disaster, and FEMA is there, and they're helping out. I saw somebody said, why didn't you do this for North Carolina? This is going to be bad. But Engelbert Humperdinck always reminds me of beautiful green eyes. Yes. Me or my brother has my dad green eyes, but my oldest daughter does. Yep, it skipped a generation. It damn sure did. His kids does not have his eyes. But my granddaughter, Um, my second oldest granddaughter, her eyes are blue green, blue gray, blue gray. When she was little, her eyes were so damn spooky, she would scare me. And I was like, oh my God, these eyes, they scared the shit out of me. But she's got well, they used to be like this blue gray, but now they're like this bluish aqua teal. Her eyes are spooky. And she didn't get them from her dad. She didn't get them from her mom. I think she got it. Well, I know she got them from their grandfather.
Oh, and I think I know the Red Cross will always be the first one to pop up on these situations. If you can, only if you can, donate to the Red Cross and be very, very careful of these other organizations that pop up around disasters, because there's a lot of scams going on. Give to the organizations that you know and you trust. I know Red Cross.
Hi, my sweetie. How are you? Hi, Island Girl. I'm sorry, Debbie. Go ahead. I just have to speak to Island Girl.
Yes. Oh, my
And I
father
hope
died.
you guys didn't get any commercials, because anytime they were popping up, I'm getting that option again. I can block them. And I hope you guys didn't get any commercials, because I've been trying to block them. I'm blue gray, and they turn green blue depending on what exactly
Oh,
Calypso.
wow.
Her eyes
That's
do that.
pretty.
Exactly. Yep, she had blue gray, and now they're like a bluish green. It's like this girl is, I'm serious. Her eyes are just mesmerizing. But I'm serious. When she was a baby and she would look at me, I'm like, you demonic. Good. I was blocking them, Drea. Good. I was catching them. But I did. I told my son, I said, her eyes are, especially if it's dark and she wakes up and I go get her, when I go for a visit or when they would come to Houston, I'm like, oh my God, don't look at me like this, girl. Don't look at me. And she just starts laughing. I'm like, you a little demon. And she's the sweetest person. But her eyes are amazing. I'll have to get a picture of her and just show you her eyes. Well, I have a picture of her, but I need to zoom in on her eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, when I got LASIK, my mama was like, your eyes are so pretty in the light. Her eyes were spooky when she was little, but now they're like a bluish green. They're just like this aqua teal. It's just weird. And they change colors depending on what she has on. Oh, yours clear green. Oh my God. Okay. The only time my eyes go green, and my pupils get is when I'm really, really pissed off. And I remember Clint telling me, I don't ever want to see your eyes change colors again. Her eyes were beautiful. Now, I'm telling you, hold on a second. Elizabeth Taylor, hold on. Let's look at her eyes. That woman, to me, Betty Davis, Elizabeth Taylor, Joan Crawford, Marilyn Monroe. Did you hear they were opening Marilyn Monroe's case again and saying that her autopsy was botched?
Shaw, what are they supposed to find now after all of these decades? Let that woman lie and rest.
I was like, oh God. Her eyes, they said, did she really have violet eyes? And they're saying, yes, they were. Even in her old age. Hold on, let me show you guys. Have a great day, Mari. Let me show you guys this real quick. Share screen. Elizabeth Taylor eyes. Now, Betty Davis has some beautiful eyes. Look at her eyes. Even in her old age, look at her eyes.
I think it depended on the jewelry she wore.
I've always thought she was beautiful. Was it? And Natalie Wood. Oh my God.
Natalie Wood had a baby face. Loved
Yes.
her pretty face.
Natalie Wood. Oh my God. And when she was it was it Natalie that was in Raintree County, or was it Elizabeth? It was Natalie Wood.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought this woman was absolutely gorgeous. Always thought she was gorgeous. Always. Lucille Ball's eyes were gorgeous. You know, that's that old glam. You know, you didn't need all that makeup and all that shit. Yep, Elizabeth was a natural beauty.
Mm-hmm.
My older daughter looked like, really?
Mm.
I think I want to watch some old movies today. I really do. But Natalia Grace, Debbie, could you please watch Natalia Grace so we can talk about this tomorrow?
Is this a crime drama or something?
It's not a crime drama.
What it
The
is?
Case of Natalia Grace. It's on Max and it's on ID Discovery.
Well, what's it about?
I told you it's about the little girl that was adopted from the Ukraine, and they said that she was really 22 when she was adopted, but she was really 9 years old when they abandoned her in that apartment. And then she was adopted by the Barnetts, and then the Barnetts used them. The woman thought she was going to get another genius like her son, who she abandoned too. Then the man's founder took advantage of her. The guy with the big belly button, who I think is a pedo. Then the man's decided that, you know, they took all her money, didn't give her
Mm-hmm.
any of it. And then the DePauls were trying to adopt her, and that fell through. And now she's back with the DePaul. You got to watch it. It's a good show.
She was 22 years old and all of this happened to her?
She was 9, and they had her re-aged. Remember I told you they went to the judge and had the judge to re-age her, and they couldn't change her age because the judge was the only one that can do it, and he was now deceased. There was nothing they can do about it.
I didn't know you could do that.
The
Re-age
Curious Case of Natalia Grace. Antoine Mans is a con artist along with his wife. They're thieves. They had a YouTube channel called the Alpha and Omega Ministry. I think YouTube. Yes.
God.
Yeah, the belly button. You remember the guy I showed you with the belly button? Looked like it's cut off, and for some reason, again, he had on no shirt. She looks better now. Yeah, with the big belly button. It looks like it's a tumor, but he has no shirt
Oh
on
my
again.
God.
And I think he's a pedo. I'm serious. A PDO. I really think he is. But it's really, really good. The mans are disgusting. They are disgusting. They took over. This girl was getting all of this money for the appearance on Dr. Phil and all these things. They took all of her money, didn't she was going to be stuck with this tax bill. She was in jeopardy of losing her SSI, and the DePauls hired her an attorney. I think they hired the Barnett's attorney. You got to watch it, Debbie, so we can talk about it, because I want to know what you think.
Speaking of Paul, Dr. Paul Nassif, his wife had their second child this week on the 9th.
Really?
A little girl? No, a boy. It's Paul something Nassif Jr. Yes.
So he has 4 kids now. He has
5. And he had 3 with
But he had 2 boys with her.
He had twins.
No, they had 3 boys. Okay.
It was 3, but 2 of them was twins, and those are the ones that the blonde haired girl was outing as a surrogate.
Yeah, they were surrogates. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Dre, I looked for an update on the mans, and there was none. But I think YouTube banned their channel because it's no longer there. Yep, they took all of her money. All of her money. She was in jeopardy of losing her SSI and everything. She looks good. If you guys haven't watched it, If you're not sure, she goes right to the plastic. She goes right to plastic surgery. Plastic surgery, because they never got her back surgery to keep her from being crippled, and the DePauls were working on that. Hi, Jenna. Good morning. So they were working on that, and she went to the UK to visit Neil, her boyfriend she met online that helped her escape. If nothing else, Debbie, you got to see the escape plan they put in place to get her away from the Mans. And that's their last name, Mans, M-A-N-S.
Okay.
Well, she was going to go back to the Mans because she felt that the DePauls were being unfair. This girl was actually brainwashed.
How is it, like an hour?
It's 4 episodes and they're 40 minutes apiece.
Oh, Lord.
You want to watch The Curious Case of Natalia Grace, the final chapter. It's 4 parts. The first one is just The Curious Case of Natalia Grace, which was done in, I think, 5 parts. But the last part is 4 parts. You got to watch it. It's really good.
Okay.
Yeah, I was so mad when she said that she was going to move back in with them. I was like, you bitch. Yep. She was a little girl and they put her in her own apartment. She couldn't cook or anything. And that, because when she was playing with that little kid next door, I'm thinking this is a grown-ass adult. But then after they took her to this age institute to test to see where she was, and then they did the swab on her biological mother in the Ukraine. Ask me why her biological mother knew what was going on with her daughter, but never came to get her. Explain that to me. Even after you found out what your daughter went through, you still didn't come get your daughter. Me too. I was like, get her. And then they got the driver that got up there and yep. But when she called Cynthia Mans, or she texted her about I love you, and then Cynthia goes, am I still going to be your payee? That should have told her right then and there. They were after her money. The dentist even told the Burnett's, well, the wife, she was a child. That woman knew she was between 8 and 9 years old. And she lied. She lied. She thought Natalia was going to be a genius like her son. And after she took his money, she abandoned him with his dad because he has autism and she has the other 2 boys. Gotta watch it, Debbie. Good. I think I just gave y'all a breakdown. Look, I think I just gave you a breakdown of the show.
That's right.
Yep, and they paid they moved from wherever they were to Tennessee, paid cash for that fucking trailer. He started his own church. He gave himself the title of bishop, and they put him in his place. They said, well, you were never ordained. Who bestowed that upon you? Was it yourself? And he was like, well, yeah, so when the wife, I forgot that DePaul lady, when she was talking, he was like, she goes, Antoine, he goes, Bishop. And she goes, Antoine. He wants everybody to call him Bishop. He ain't no damn bishop. He's a con man. And he just had so many arrests. And they were investigating them in India, wherever they were, Indiana. That's why they went to Tennessee. I will feel better, Calypso. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. Yep, they didn't want her after they found out she wasn't a genius. Yes, you did. He was a passer for a hustle. They got all of these foster kids. They're living off the money they get for these foster children. That's what they're living off of. They have, 11 foster kids? 11.
Whoa.
And then this one black lady that they interviewed that she had written to the show, and she was saying how Cynthia Mans had tricked her and that they were abusive. They were abusive when she was living there. And all of a sudden, she just wouldn't talk. It was like Antoine found a way to shut her up.
How?
We don't know, but you can tell she was changing her story. You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it, Debbie, because I want your perspective on it. It's 40 minutes each episode. Watch it so we can talk about it. Okay. I believe she beat that little boy too. That's what I wanted to know. When he said he saw him beating Natalia in the basement. Yep. So why would you let this woman with your 2 kids live at that home after you broke up, knowing the way they treated Natalia? I'm going to get me a bunch of foster kids. That's what I'm going to do, Debbie.
Girl, if you don't sit your ass in your scooter. Oh my God. Give me a bunch of foster kids.
I don't have the patience for foster kids. Shit. Especially little ones. No, my patience isn't there anymore for little kids at all. Unless they're my grandkids. And then again, my patience be like, didn't I tell you to stop? When my grandson would see me and he would look at me, right? I remember when I told him, like the night before he was cutting up, I said, when I get to Maryland, I said, I'm going to be there before you wake up. I said, I'm going to beat your butt because you don't want to listen. He was laughing, girl. We were on FaceTime. I said, I'll see you tomorrow. He was laughing. When I got there, my son went to get him, woke him up. Girl, he walked in that kitchen and saw me. He backed all the way up. I said, come here, Isaac. He was like, I said, hi, Isaac, come see me. He was like, and I gave him a big old hug. And then he was looking at me side-eye like, oh, shit, like, how long is she here for? Girl, Isaac was something else. I said, you wait till tomorrow. I'm going to see you. He was talking smack, jumping up on after his mother done told him stop, and he kept doing it. My son, I said, you wait till I get there tomorrow. I got something for you. I said, I'm going to whip your butt. When he walked in that kitchen, he backed all the way up. Yep, she was threatened. I think so too, Snuggle Bunny. Yep. Yeah, but Natalia was brainwashed. So, again, Debbie, please watch it. Please.
Okay.
You ain't got shit else to do. You can just listen.
I do. I got my chores to do today.
You can listen as you're doing your chores.
That's why I'm wait, I unplugged it to do something else. I'm plugging in my phone now. And I think my AirPods are kind of juiced up. I don't know.
So you do that. Guys, you have a great Saturday. Best to foster kittens and puppies, oh God. Kittens and puppies, okay. And mods, I appreciate each and every one of you. And keep Tina and her family in your prayers as well, please. Pick me, please. Mari's son. And I don't know if Jen's going to go live, but I always seem to... I don't get Jen's notifications until she's like 5 minutes and she's getting ready to end. So what channel? It's on Max. So it's The Curious Case of Natalia Grace. It's on ID Discovery. And if you don't want to see the commercials, you can watch it on Max.
Okay, so Heidi, I've got the news running in the background, and it says that the Sunset Fire is 100% contained. The Hearst Fire is 76% contained, and the Palisades Fire is 11% contained. So there's 5 other fires that we're still waiting, because I heard it was up to 8. I heard it was up to 8 fires.
Okay, so you're getting the updates. Okay.
Right. They're doing a press conference now. They're doing a press conference now, and they're giving the updates. So they're making headway, which is good.
Yeah, because this has been burning for a week now, right? A week?
I know this week. I don't know if it's a full 7 days yet. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But I haven't been, I've been absorbed by the snippets from the funeral.
Okay, me too. Okay, thank you guys. Hit the like button. Really appreciate it. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna check to see if Jen's gonna go live. and put a reminder on, because I always have to catch her replay. I really do. I catch her replay because I get like when George goes live, I don't get a notification until after George has been live for like 20 minutes.
Oh.
So I unsubscribed and then subscribed again. Let's see. Oh, I need to try that with Jen. I'm going to unsubscribe and subscribe again. But I'm going to go take me a nice hot bubble bath. And I'm going to find some stuff. I think I'm going to make my meatballs for tomorrow so they can marinate in the refrigerator. Look, they can marinate. Oh, yeah, the tell-all. Debbie, can we do the tell-all Monday night?
Who's tell-all?
90 Day.
Their tell-all is Monday night.
The
Their
tell-all is
over?
Sunday. It's Sunday.
Oh, Sunday. Oh, okay.
Can we do the recap on Monday?
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Hi, Broken. Wait a minute. Broken but unbroken. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? I love that song too by Josh Stone. I'm broken. I'm broke, but not. Oh, I forgot how it goes. Drunk Gino, my favorite new person. Oh, shit. Oh, Villain is live. Okay, I'm going to go. Broken but unbroken. It's so nice to see you. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate all of you being here. And we'll keep you updated on things that's going on. Debbie and I will be back tomorrow, and we're going to have more updates and just morning coffee conversation. Love you all. We're getting out of here now. Bye. Debbie, say bye.
Oh, bye.
Oh, and thank you for the super chats. Hold on a second. We go here. Thank you, Scotland. I really appreciate it. And thank you, Wyatt Earp. Really appreciate it. Love you guys. And I'm out of here.